Hey, this is Christian, and I want to talk to you about focus. Okay, not focus in the sense of mind capacity, but necessarily in the focus on where we're focusing our time as it applies to making money in your own business. So I talk to a lot of different people, friends and colleagues and business owners, and I'm always hearing that I don't have enough time in the day, and I don't get to the things that I want to do, and I'm not making an impact in my life. I'm not making an impact in the life of my family. And I started asking them a couple questions on, how they plan their day. And just about everyone says the same thing. They say, well, I get up early because I've got to drive. And I get up early, I got to, get in the car, I got to get ready, I got to, do the whole commute and plan to get to work. Once I get to work, I got to park my car, and then I got to get up to the office, and by the time I get in the office, it's say 9 o'clock, and then I check a little bit of email, and then I have some coffee, and then I go to the water cooler, and I make my rounds, and I talk to people in the office, and by that time, it's, 10:15. Then I make some phone calls, and then I have some meetings, and by that time, it's ready for lunch, and after lunch, then I come back, I have some more meetings, I do some paperwork, I do, some computer work, and, by that time, it's 4 o'clock, and I'm ready to go home. So I asked them if they actually, try to plan their day as far as, time slicing. And time slicing is a really good technique because it takes the whole proportion of your day and turns it into slices like a pie. So let's just say there's 8 slices in a pie. So if you look at your day like a pie and you slice it into 8 different areas, it doesn't have to be 8, just an arbitrary number. It could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5. So what I do is I break it out into several things called mini days, right? So each mini day only lasts a certain amount of time. So for example, accounting. This is where I do invoicing. This is where I bill for employees. This is where I bill my contacts. So I'll set aside 1 hour a day for accounting purposes. This is where I download information from the bank, and I'm doing QuickBook activities. This is stuff that's very important to my business, so actually I do this myself, in conjunction with my accountant, but I keep the pulse on it. So 1 hour a day, I focus to doing accounting activities. And regardless if I finish all I need to in that 1 hour time slot, I move on to the next task or the next mini day. Okay, so the next mini day could be marketing, and I'll spend 2 hours a day on marketing. Again, these are arbitrary numbers, and the way you do business or how your life is set up, it'll change. But the overall thing to remember is to divide these into mini days. So 2 hours a day I'll spend on marketing. I'll do sales copy. I'll do pay-per-click. I'll do talking to my JV partners, setting up deals, getting on the phone. But that 2 hours is strictly dedicated to doing marketing activities. I turn off the phone. I turn off the email. I don't want to be interrupted within those 2 hours. After the 2 hours, I'm going to go on to my next mini day. Take a little break between that, but I'll go on to my next mini day. Now, the thing to be concerned with and to realize is that there's certain things that you have to do every day. And by chunking them up into mini days, you don't let things get too far behind because you think it's more important. Now, the things that are not so important still have to be done. They're not critical, but they're important. And by having them in mini days and stopping at a certain point, you don't spend the entire day, say, on accounting activities, or you don't spend the entire day or the majority of the day on meetings or marketing. Whatever that might be, it's broken up into small, manageable chunks that you're doing every day so you never get very far behind. So I'll leave you with one takeaway point. For the next 7 days, do this. Take a piece of paper and write down everything you do from the time that you get up until you go to bed at night. I don't care what it is. And this is kind of a loose representation of where your time is going. And you will be absolutely amazed at how much time you waste on inactive, non-productive things that you can be using towards building a business or towards doing something that's productive and efficient that's important to you in your life. So the big takeaway is take a look at where your time is going, and you will absolutely be amazed at the time that's being wasted on things that are not getting you towards or bringing you closer to your major objectives in life. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.